Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Flash Forward, and today we're going to talk about clients. Run the intro. So you stepped up and turned your idea into a business, and now you have to deal with your clients on a one-on-one basis. For me, this was probably the second most difficult thing for me to do aside from setting my prices, mainly because you never know what you're going to get from clients. They're completely unpredictable. One might be great and one might not be so great. Hopefully some of the ideas that I give you guys today and some of my personal experiences help to make that one-on-one interaction go a little more smoothly. I think one of the biggest mistakes that new business owners have is developing that ego. You know that I'm the boss now, so I don't have to take nothing from no one mentality. In my opinion, you couldn't be any more wrong. I mean, sure, you can have your ego, but it's not going to result in dollars. And at the end of the day, that's what you're going for. No matter what industry you get into, you're always going to have to deal with clients that are not so pleasant. And the last thing you want to do is allow your frustration to dictate how things with you and that person end. I've learned in most cases, difficult clients just don't understand how things work. For example, when I book a client for a video shoot of any kind, I'll ask for a deposit of 50% up front, and then I'll ask for the remaining balance on the day of the production. And I let them know, if the balance isn't paid in full, the editing process does not begin. If a client disputes with me when they think the second half of the balance should be paid, I let them know very directly and professionally the reasons as to why I do it this way opposed to the other way. And if they still continue to dispute my method, I'll let them know very calmly, very calmly and professionally, this is something that you're not comfortable with. I'll understand if you choose to go somewhere else. Opposed to, well, this is how I run my business, and if you don't like it, you can choose someone else. It's the exact same message with a completely different tone. At this point, I'll say maybe 7 out of 10 people would stop arguing and they're going to make a decision. They're either going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to work with this guy, or they're going to say, no, I refuse to do this and go work with somebody else. Either way, both options benefit you. Wasting time arguing with clients doesn't benefit anybody. As business owners, we have the right to outline our best business practices that help protect us at the end of the day. And no matter what you choose, someone somewhere along the line is not going to agree with you. And what I suggest to help deal with that is to create an email chain. So when a new client contacts me, whether it be through Instagram, Facebook, text message, whatever the case is, I will always send them a follow-up email no matter what the first point of contact is. So in that email, I'm generally going to thank them for considering using my company for their project. And I'm going to write a little description of what we talked about. And that email is also going to contain a quick quote of the services that we talked about and what it's going to cost, as well as the contracts and agreements that I expect them to sign. That email also includes what I require from them to move things forward, as well as encouraging them to ask more questions. An email chain is a great way to deal with any disputes that may come up once all the filming is completed. It goes from a conversation of he say, she say, to let's refer back to the email to see exactly what we said. This applies even if they call me. So if you call me and you have any additional questions or you make any new suggestions or anything like that, I'm going to follow up with an email with a quick breakdown of what we talked about, and I'll ask you something at the end of the email like, is this correct? Just to get a response from you to ensure that you read it. Then when it's all said and done, I'll shoot them a quick email thanking them once again for choosing us. And I'll probably say something at the end like, I can't wait to see what we come up with next. Just so that they know I appreciated the time we spent together. Every video shoot we go to, we try to create an experience that's so good that when our clients go back to their friends and family to tell them who made the video, they can't help but say how much fun they had doing it. This benefits us greatly because if you had a great experience and you tell people about it, they're more likely to choose you over anybody else just off the power of that friend's word to get what they need done. I'll tell you guys a quick story. I had an amazing consultation with this couple looking to get married, and they wanted us to shoot their photos and video. Everything went great, but for whatever reason, the communication broke down. There was no response for anything that I was sending them, whether it be email, phone call, text, etc. I heard nothing from them. Time goes by and I get a phone call from the groom after their wedding happened, and he's just letting me know, hey, I wanted to meet with you because I have some ideas that I want to run by you. And he went on to say, hey, I'm sorry about, not going with you guys for our wedding, and I really regret it at this point. At that point, I could have been like, okay, so your wedding's over now. What's the point of you calling me now? But I maintained professionalism and I let them know, hey, you know what? I wish I could have done your wedding also. You guys were such a great couple. I know whatever we came up with would have been amazing. The conversation then led into him saying, hey, we've been watching you guys on social media for quite a bit, and I own a painting company. And I want you to come out and build the content for our brand. We're looking to improve our website, we're looking to improve our social media, and we think you guys are the best fit. Ironically enough, a few days later, his wife contacts me and said she just started a new event planning company and wants to use us exclusively for weddings and her larger events. Now, right off the bat, obviously I was excited. This is exactly the kind of clients that I'm looking for. But the moral of the story is, if I didn't maintain professionalism and made that conversation an ego trip, they would have never said to me, hey, you know what? We want to work with you. So that's what I'm trying to let you guys know. Do not allow your emotions to dictate how you deal with difficult people. At the end of the day, they might be difficult, or they might be this, or they might be that at one point of the conversation. But if you're able to maintain your professionalism and you continue to produce good work, chances are they're going to come back around and use you anyways. A great way to deal with the stress after dealing with a difficult client is to talk to somebody within your industry that's familiar with these type of situations. Ideally, another entrepreneur in the same field is who you want to have these conversations with. The reason why is because it's a great way to laugh about how ridiculous some people's requests are, but at the same time, you guys might be able to share better practices on how to deal with somebody like that in the future. One last point I'll leave you with is that you have to remember that most of the clients that you speak with really just do not know what to expect, right? This might be their first time dealing with somebody within the industry that you're providing services for or product for, and they really have no idea how these kind of things work. So if you're able to maintain that professional tone and get your point across in a way that is not only respectful, but also easy for them to understand, chances are their way of thinking will be overshadowed by what they see as, okay, you know what, maybe this is the way it's done, and maybe, I should do it this way. Never, 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 never fight with a client. It's just not worth it. If they really don't want to do it your way, just let them know, hey, you know what? I can totally respect where you're coming from, but in order for us to move forward, this is what I'm going to require from you. That's it. If you guys have any stories about a difficult client and how you managed to deal with it, I would love to read it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help my channel grow. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.